Hello, we're going to present you the Pearl River Tower, a project on which we worked with Alexis Antonetti, Sofia Baron, Yann Momelon, and Paulin Villez. Today, 40% of the global energy is consumed by the building sector. The lighting, the heating, and the air conditioning system gather energy and release greenhouse gases. Important issues related to global warming are pushing us to study new ways of framing buildings. China is the largest fossil energy consumer. The country wants to lose its reputation as the most polluted country. China decided to create a building with the best energetic yield. An autonomous building is a building energetically independent. It produces the energy that it needs. The Pearl River Tower is the first clean technology neo-futuristic skyscraper combining wind and sun power to create energy. It is considered a high-performance building and one of the most efficient super tall buildings ever constructed. The 309-meter height and the 240,000 square meters tower was inaugurated after the beginning of the building site in 2006. It's located in Canton, in China, and is composed of 71 floors. The client is the China National Tobacco Corporation, the National Society of Tobacco Manufacturing. The Chicago-based architectural consultants are also responsible for the Burj Khalifa in Dubai. The name of a Pearl River Tower is taken from the river crossing the city. We've chosen this tower because, as you will see listening our presentation, it is original and unique, and at the time of its building, presents led in the construction business. This most innovative building gives us hope for the future. To present Pearl River Tower, we are going first to present the historical context, then the technique used and structure of the building, and finally a specific technical point that will be the wind turbine.
So we are going to start the presentation by historical context. As you can see on the circular diagram, China emits more than a quarter of the global emissions of carbon dioxide. It is more than Europe and the USA added. It is necessary solutions to reduce the impact of China to the world's emission and the global impact of the world. The world has changed and China took an important place in economy, exportations, agriculture, thus increasing its environmental impact. China must find new ways of reducing its contribution to the global warming. As you can see on the graph, China's emissions strongly increased in the early 2000s, becoming the biggest emitter of carbon dioxide. Thanks to the economic development, the city of Canton 9 to 12 million inhabitants over 10 years from 2000 to 2010, as you can see on the graph. It is located at the southeast of China on the Pearl River. The Pearl River Tower was erected in the heart of the new district of the. It attracted the world's attention due to the number of green initiatives that were included in its design. The building redefined what was possible in terms of sustainability and integrated a wide range of cutting-edge green technology as well as advanced engineering. This is why it was described as the greenest tower in the world. It features a contemporary architecture where the issue of sustainable construction is necessary to qualify the building process. The Pearl River Tower is a sustainable building. The global shape of the building is designed to absorb energy from the sun and the wind. For example, the tower shrinks at the 18th and the 47th floors to accelerate wind for the turbines, because there is no need to use LED lighting. Besides being sustainable in its design, the Pearl River Tower is also an intelligence building where captors detect when blinds should be taken down or up. During the construction process, several problems came up. Unexpected events like all the building sites and problems due to the cultural differences between Westerners and Chinese. The degree of innovation was frightening, so the Chinese firms were skeptical about some ideas. There was a need, therefore, to explain to the local firms how such innovations were possible and why it was a necessity to do an action. Moreover, this building site hired more than 500 craft operatives. In China, it's normal to work all around the country to earn money for the family. A big part of the employees goes home only for New Year. In China, there are 50 different languages, and each operative is speaking its own. The Mandarin is the most spoken language, which enables athletes to give important indications.
So now I will explain technical aspects. First, orientation. Playing on the location and the building orientation is important to capture the two most available renewable energies, the sun and the wind. As you can see, the tower is located next to a park. It permits a maximum exposition to the sun along the day. The main winds come from the south. The tower was designed in a way that the winds cross all the business district without meeting obstacles to turn on the wind turbines. The building faces the dominant winds. So we can talk about foundations. This aspect is not sustainable but structural. China is one of the most exposed countries to earthquakes. Canton is located next to an active seismic fault. As you can see, the tower needs to resist to earthquakes of magnitude 6 on the square of Richter with is a lot. Look at the diagram. It is the equivalent at 60 million of kilograms of explosive. 500 of craft operatives were needed to build the foundations. The foundations are 28 meters deep with 10 meters more bedrock added. The weight of the steel in the foundations is more than 1,000 tons. And cooling. Canton and China in general have a humid tropical climate characterized by hot and humid summers. And mid-winter, as you can see, it is going to 30 days of rain in July and more than 30 degrees. Cooling is essential to assure a comfort at work in Canton. A solution was found to not use air conditioning systems that are not energy friendly. A protective glass layer on the broad faces of the building absorbs the excessive heat to keep the inside fresh. The outer skin has a high permeability for solar heat to allow it in, while the inner skin prevents solar gain. The heat that is trapped between the two skins rises, creating natural ventilation. It prevents the humid air from going in the building. In May, outside the air was 84% of humidity, and this system permits the air to be around 50% of humidity, inside which is most comfortable. Representation of the cooling system is given in the diagram. The sun warms the air that is trapped and goes above the ceiling. Then it is cooled to be reinjected at the bottom of the room. Moreover, the radiant ceiling system works to cool the office spaces. Pipes through which cold water flow cool down the metallic panels of concave shape. This is represented by blue arrows going down from the ceiling in the diagram. With this system, there is no noise and no airstream. At its coolest temperature, it makes heat transfer with people in the place. And finally, there are photovoltaic cells. Photovoltaic cells are laying at the surfaces the most exposed to sun. The south and east faces that you can see on your screen composed of semiconductors that produce electricity continuously when the building is exposed to sun radiation. They are producing electricity and contributing to air conditioning system.
So now I'm going to present a specific technical point, which is the wind turbines. The tower is exposed to wind. Its design is made to accelerate the wind for wind turbines. The turbines are indeed located in a tunnel where the air needs to go. The wind needs to go through the building. It takes the far side. The shape of the building helps the wind to take the tunnel where the turbines are. It is a physical phenomenon called the Venturi effect, explained in this diagram. The air molecules are going faster by the shrinking. More the air is going faster, more the energy that they give to turbines is bigger. Movement because the volume of air that wants to go through the turbines is bigger than the volume of the tunnel. So the air needs to go faster to let all the wind going through. This method speeds up the airflow at 250%. To shrink the facade, they needed to use beams, as you can see on the photography, with unusual shape which generated difficulty to climbing with the crane, for example, because the center of gravity was hard to find. Moreover, each floor of wind turbine weighs 400 tons. 4 wind turbines are located in the belly of the construction, 2 each 18th and the 47th floors. You can see on your screen 4 circles showing the 4 tunnels which accelerate wind where are turbines. The wind turbines were conceived by Risto Jutsiniemi, a researcher at the University of Vaasa in Finland. The challenge was to conceive the wind silence turbines that do not produce vibrations. These wind turbines are adapted to urban area. They are 1 meter of diameter and 4 meters high. It is spinning slowly that we can touch it. To not kill birds for the ecological aspect. From Finland, he can manage wind turbine with his computer and verify there is no issues with the webcam. Moreover, he can check wind speed and wind direction.
The Pearl River Tower is a success for China and a future symbol. A step is accomplished, the developers have proved we can conceive modern, architectural, and ecological buildings. It is the first time different techniques were used to reduce energy consumption. This tower is compliant to new Chinese guideline that bets on new technologies and green energies. At the moment, the entire world is caring about their environment, and ideas set up in this project and answer to this problematic. The construction of the Pearl River Tower is a decisive step for green building conception. This skyscraper is now an example to follow for our future buildings. As an illustration, for the 207 meters Tesson building recently designed on the bank of the John Noble Hill Hopes for the LEED Gold certification. Thank you for listening.